Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. This week we're going to give you a little clip about how to do angel magic. It's angel magic that I've invented, and there's Ansara angel magic that I've invented and shared. This blog, and we're going to attach this as a vlog so that you can kind of see how to utilize the angel magic for your benefit for these events. Now, this one is for Jupiter's ingress into Virgo, and that happens on August 11th of 2015, and it will last through till September 9th of 2016. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel, and I would like to now give you a simple method and a biblically sound method to let angels in Christian theology help you to help yourself in accordance with the planetary aspects, all right? So that you can have proper invocations of angels that are biblically sound. Okay, first you want to utilize Matthew 18:18. Amen, I say to you, whatsoever you shall bind upon earth shall be bound also in heaven, and whatsoever you shall loose upon earth shall be loosed also in heaven. You start with that. All right, then you go into proper angelic evocations and offerings to God of potent incense mixtures that are methods given to us by Saint John of Patmos. He was given the revelation by Jesus Christ, and he then gave it to you in the book of Revelation. So we have the book of Revelation to tell you that it is okay to utilize incense, and not only is it okay, you're instructed to, and this is what you should read before and as you utilize either the oil or the incense on the censer, yeah? All right. Revelation 8:3-4. And another angel came and stood before the altar having a golden censer. And there was given to him much incense, that he should offer of the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar, which is before the throne of God. And the fourth, verse 4, and the smoke of the incense of the prayers of the saints ascended up before God from the hand of the angel. So this is what you, as you utilize the incense, this is what you, of course you don't want to hold a hot censer, but you can hold it by the chain or whatever you're using. Some have handles. Yes, those are actually probably very good for this, like the kind that have the handle. All right, that are specially insulated for all that. Okay, so this is what you want to use, generally speaking. Now, for your invocation of Jupiter's angel, Sachiel, on the 11th, or you can go ahead and invoke the angel on Thursday, because I believe the 11th is a Tuesday. And, yeah, so you're going to want to utilize it on the 13th. Because the 14th is a Friday. Now, again, you have all the way till next year. But Thursday is the day of Jupiter, so that's that correspondence. Now, if you want specifics, of course, we teach classes. All right, now for the invocation of into the house of Virgo, you want to go ahead and utilize Psalms, verse 73-80. And at that time, that's the house of Hamaliel for Virgo. So for the invocation of Jupiter specifically, that's Zeus, Jupiter, the angel Sachiel, into the house of Hamaliel or Virgo, that is the 6th house, what you want to do is use Acts 14 to verse 12 to 13. That's Acts chapter 14, verse 12 to 13. Barnabas they called Zeus, and Paul they called Hermes, because he was the chief speaker. The priest of Zeus, whose temple was just outside the city, brought bulls and wreaths to the city gates because he and the crowd wanted to offer sacrifices to them. So this is what you would read to invoke Jupiter. And as you're invoking Jupiter, you want to utilize nutmeg. Will invoke, that's the, nutmeg is the association for oil, or for, if you want to use an incense. You can put oil on a censer, on a coal, a charcoal. It's actually quite nice, because you don't have that burning type of smell. But sometimes you need that for the offering. Sometimes you need that burning smell with it. So that's not always a bad thing. You don't want to use too much of it. And some people who, if that affects your lungs, you can use aromatic, where you have a candle and it's just aromatherapy. And you put the oil and you light the candle, that kind of thing. You can use that too. It's called a diffuser, I believe. All right. Now to invoke for Virgo, for Hamaliel, for the Hebrew letter Yud, you want to read Psalm 119, verses 73 to 80. And you want to utilize the incense Narcissus. So Psalm 119, verses 73 to 80. And that's the Hebrew letter Yud. You want to invoke that. You can draw that on something if you want. Your hands made me and formed me. Give me understanding to learn your commands. May those who fear you rejoice when they see me, for I have put my hope in your word. I know, Lord, that your laws are righteous, and that in faithfulness you have afflicted me. May your unfailing love be my comfort, according to your promise to your servant. Let your compassion come to me, that I may live, for your law is my delight. May the arrogant be put to shame for wronging me without cause, but I will meditate on your precepts. May those who fear you turn to me, those who understand your statutes. May I wholeheartedly follow your decrees, that I may not be put to shame. Okay, that's for Yod or Yoth. It can be Yod, Yoth. That is for Jupiter ingress Virgo, Sachiel, into the house of Hamaliel. Again, Jupiter into Virgo. Again, that's sort of a Thursday thing. You've got, you can do it on the day of the ingress, which is the 11th, which is a Tuesday. That's a martial energy. But so if you want to make it exact, you can do it on the 13th, which is a Thursday, depending on what you're trying to do. Or you can do it on both. You know, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. But Thursday is a more harmonious energy. Tuesday will be a little bit of an angry martial energy in that. But a little anger, never hurt anybody, because it gives you, not too much of course, but it gives you some impetus to move forward. So that's how that works. Remember, 9/11/2001 was a Tuesday, and that's Mars. And for those who enjoy Golden Dawn Tarot, that's the Tower card. You can utilize also for the Jupiter association Psalm 119, verse 81 to 88, and that invokes the Hebrew letter Kaf, and that has a correspondence with Jupiter. It's a bit more intense than utilizing the book of Acts that we gave you, because it's a Hebrew letter. So it's much more intense, but we're going to give you that in case you want to utilize that. Like, say you want to utilize one on the day of the ingress and another one on Thursday specifically. You can use those as you feel you want to. I'll give you the other Jupiter correspondence. It's a little more powerful, again, because it's from the book of Psalm, and it's Psalm 119, verses 81 to 88. I'll read that to you now. You would go ahead and utilize nutmeg. It's still Jupiter. It's a Hebrew letter Kaf. My soul faints with longing for your salvation, but I have put my hope in your word. My eyes fail, looking for your promise. I say, when will you comfort me? Though I am like a wineskin in the smoke, I do not forget your decrees. How long must your servant wait? When will you punish my persecutors? The arrogant dig pits to trap me, contrary to your law. All your commands are trustworthy. Help me, for I am being persecuted without cause. They almost wipe me from the earth, but I have not forsaken your precepts. In your unfailing love, preserve my life, that I may obey the statutes of your mouth. Okay, so that's the correspondence for the letter Kaf, which is associated with the planet Jupiter. Again, it's one Hebrew letter instead of the name Zeus, so you're using one letter instead of a whole name. It's a correspondence that's it's like a precursor, if you will. This Kaf would be the precursor to utilizing Axe. So use whichever one you feel you need more. You see which one makes you feel, how it makes you feel on what day. You might want to use this one on Thursday the 13th. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to hook this up to the weekly astrology forecast. So you can just get the astrology forecast as well. And stay tuned for our new moon in Leo angel magic video. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the astrology angel. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we love you. And we'll see you again next week.